Well, it's great to be with all of you this evening. I've got a little chilly out there today. I didn't expect it to get so cold. I got out of the car and I realized, ooh, it's a little bit chilly. Well, it is. It's an honor to be with you. I know that we have recognized our veterans, but maybe one more time, just give our veterans a round of applause. And we also have two World War II veterans in the back of the room. Maybe they could stand again for us and have a special recognition. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your public service. Talk about age. Look at both of those men. I cannot believe they served in World War II. They are not old enough. Shocking. Well, it's really great to be with all of you this evening. You know, I oftentimes get asked how I got involved in politics, because this really wasn't exactly what I thought I would be doing with my life. I'm a CPA, and I worked in the private sector for an accounting firm. I spent my days working, helping small businesses and families grow and be successful. I help them deal with the challenges of tax issues and regulatory burdens and all of that from the private sector side. So one day I get a phone call. We have an opening on Green City Council, and the call is, would you be interested in serving on council? And I caught me by surprise. I was completely shocked, and for some reason, I'll never know why, I said yes. A moment of complete insanity. But I agreed, and so I sought appointment to an open seat, ran for election, got elected, and of course, all of you who serve in any capacity, you know how rewarding it can be in public service. You get the opportunity to do great things and make the difference in the lives of real people every single day. There's another reason, though, that not only did I decide to start serving in public service, but the biggest reason that I have chosen to stay, and I explain it basically 3 ways. The first, the reason that I'm in public service is because of my dad. My dad was my role model when I was growing up. He always worked very hard every day. He was a bricklayer. I grew up in an average blue-collar family. My mother stayed home, and my father went to work every day and worked very hard to make sure that we always had everything that we needed. I like to say we didn't always have what we wanted, but we certainly always had what we needed. My dad passed away in 2012 of cancer, and the final weeks of his life, he lived at, actually the final months, he lived at my house with my family. And so I view that as having a great opportunity to spend those last moments with my father. But I've learned through not only the way that he raised me and my brother and my sister, but in the sacrifices that he made for all of us, and then of course spending those last few minutes with him. I learned very quickly that evening that you never really do have enough time on this earth. And because of that, I think that it's really important for each of us, and I pay attention to this, we spend every moment doing something that matters. And every one of you in this room does something that matters. You're a community leader, you're a school teacher, you serve in your township or school board or your city or in your county or judges. You're doing something that matters, and really that's what life is all about. My dad taught me that, not only through his living, but of course in his final moments of life. I'd like to say my dad was a lifelong Democrat. I'm a Republican. Even in those last days, we had some really interesting discussions up until the point he couldn't sleep any longer. But I always knew my dad was proud of me. He told me that, but I could also tell by the look on his face. And I used to joke with him when I was on the statewide ballot, when I ran for state auditor, Dad, are you going to even vote for me in a general election? I know I'm a Republican. But he did. I know he voted for me. And I think that he might have voted for Governor Kasich in 2010. He would not confirm that for me, but I'm pretty certain he voted for both of us. So that's the first reason that I continue to do what I do. The second reason is I have friends that I have known since elementary school. We grew up together. I graduated with Travis. Shelly, his wife, was a year older than me. We cheered together. We had a lot of fun. We lost contact with each other after high school, and they lived kind of close, but we just didn't see each other much. Well, last year, Shelly contacted me. Her son had died of a heroin overdose. It was their only son and their oldest child. And we're talking about an individual, a family, just like every single one of us in this room. Good, honest, hardworking people, go to church, do the right thing, and unfortunately their son died of a heroin overdose. Well, Shelly contacted me because she knew that, of course, I was serving as lieutenant governor, and she invited me to participate in an event where her youngest daughter, was going to speak at a high school about heroin overdose. And in that particular high school, Lake High School, Stark County, it's the community in your backyard. There were 3 senior girls graduating together. Each had their only brother die of a heroin overdose. These 3 girls presented a program that evening, and it was unbelievable and amazing. And Shelly asked me to go and speak. This is an epidemic in our communities. You and I were talking. It's here. It's in every community across the state of Ohio. And the only way we're going to beat this is together. Law enforcement, our sheriffs are here this evening, our judges, our local and state leaders. We have to do this together, community leaders. We have to keep our kids from starting drugs in the first place. That's the best way to keep them clean. That's the best way to rehab them, is to never start to begin with. So that's the second reason that I continue to serve in my capacity as lieutenant governor, and will serve as long as I feel that I'm making a difference in the lives of people.